Morning, everybody. Kane532 here. Really short tutorial for you guys. I'm going to show you how to take this and make it run on this to work with this. It'll be a really short and easy tutorial. We don't really need a whole lot to get set up with this one. All you're going to need is some way to burn your DVDs. Now, in my case, if you all saw my last video, you'll recognize this guy right here. This is just a verbatim brand $15, $20 DVD drive that I got at Walmart. You'll need a DVD minus R. This particular one is a Memorex brand. I haven't had a whole lot of luck with the verbatim brands that you can get at Walmart, but I've had some luck with them. I'll leave it at that. I'm going to be using a Memorex DVD minus R. This is not a dual layer. This is just a simple DVD R, 4.7 gigs, I believe. And then I will be using the same slim PS2 that I had in my other tutorial. This guy right here, which is, as you can see, SCPH79001. This is not modified at all in any way, shape, or form, apart from this little guy right here, which I had to make a bypass, but that's a different story for a different video. The game that I'm going to be using is going to be Evergrace, one of my most favorite games. And just so I don't get flagged for doing anything illicit or whatever, I'm going to be showing you how to use that same DVD drive to make a backup of this. We're then going to use a little bit of software to patch the ISO image that we're going to have. We're then going to burn it to a DVD minus R. Be a straightforward video, so let's jump right on in. Alrighty, y'all. Like I said before, we don't really need a whole lot to get squared away for this mod. All you're going to need, I'll provide this in the description, is going to be this FDVD ESR patcher. It's more or less just a really clever application that some very nice devs built for everybody to use. It's going to automatically patch any ISO that we have. So if you already have an ISO of a game image, or a game that you are wanting to use, you can go ahead and skip a little bit further ahead in the video to that section. But if you're wanting to make a legitimate copy or backup of your current game, this is the step that you need to follow. What you're going to need first is going to be this program here called IMG Burn. The one that we are going to be focusing on is going to be Create Image from Disk. It has a little tooltip down there that says Read, so we're going to click on that. At this point, make sure that your DVD drive is hooked up and ready to go. We are going to go ahead and take our video game. So again, I'm using Evergrace, and for anybody curious, it is SLUS20016. It is the NTSC U/C version of the game. I'm going to take that and plug it into my DVD drive. I'll give the program a chance to recognize that there is something in the disk tray. As you can see, it says initializing, media status, yada yada. There we are. Okay, so once we are here, I am going to dump this. I'll just put this right on the desktop, and I'm going to name it Evergrace. We're going to hit save. I'm going to leave it at a read speed between 8 to 14x. Actually, I'm sorry. I'm looking at this right here where it says support read speeds between 2 to 8x. So I'm going to drop this in between 4 and 8x just to make sure that I get a good read. Once you do all that and you got that squared away, we're going to click read. Alrighty, so the total time elapsed to make a backup of Evergrace was 8 minutes, 34 seconds. Once that's complete, go ahead, click the OK button. And for now, we can just close this out. You can see right here that we got a nice evergrace.iso image. what we're going to do, I am going to drag this into our folder. Open said folder. We'll open this secondary folder, and then you need to run FDVDB_patcher.exe. I would highly recommend to right-click and then run this as an administrator. Once you have that up, very simple, very easy to follow. You're going to go over here to the option that says Select. You'll press that. You'll navigate to where you have dumped the image. Double-click it, and then under Payload, we'll drop this down. The only one currently available is 3.10_3.11 hybrid, which means that this exploit will only work on DVD drives meeting the 3.10 or 3.11 hybrid firmware. I'll show you how to check that. I'll show you how to check that once we actually get the PlayStation 2 loaded up. Once you have done that, it's as simple as clicking the button right here that says Patch. Very quick. And right here it says Users, and then that's the file name. Down here it says it was patched successfully. Evergrace.iso patched successfully. From there, we can close that out. We can close this out. Now you are going to want to take your blank DVD minus R and put that into the DVD drive. Now the reason why we have to use this patcher is essentially we're trying to trick the PlayStation into believing that the game that is being burned to this disc is to be read as a DVD movie, because that's how this exploit works. That's what this patching program right here does. Once you have done that, we're going to open IMG Burn back up. We're going to select this option here. This is Write Image File to Disk. Now you see down here again, we have the supported write speeds of either 4 or 8x. I have had luck burning this at 8x, so that's what I'm going to be using. But if you want to play it safe, then burn it at 4, or whatever the lowest supported write speed is. Click the Browse for a File button, and we are going to go to our image, which is this evergrace.iso. Once all of that information has populated, all you do is you click Write. And then we wait. Once that's all done, we can simply push the OK button. And after this, we can close out of everything here, move on to testing it on the PlayStation 2. Okay, we are in the final stretch, the last thing that needs to be done, and that is to test all of our hard work. All we're going to do is we're going to take our recently burned DVD. We're going to place it into our unmodified slim PlayStation 2. We will place it into our disk drive. We will then take a PlayStation 2 controller, plug it in, and if you so desire, you may plug in a memory card. This is an unmodified memory card, so it's not going to boot into FreeDVDBoot or anything of that sort. Now, one little thing that's different about my PS2, for whatever reason, the sensor in here stopped working. So I had to bypass it using a little switch, and I mounted the switch underneath my desk. There. So you'll see the disk drive immediately start to spin up as soon as I power on the console. That's normal. And this is completely uncut footage. I flipped the switch, which basically means that I have opened the sensor for the lid. And these are some very realistic troubleshooting steps that you may have to take. Alright, so we're in here. As you can see, nothing on the memory card. Oh, it's unformatted, so let's go ahead and format that. Okay. Let's go back. Let's shut our disk tray. We see it comes up as a DVD video. We'll run it. There we are. I am just going to leave all of that completely uncut. I know that's going to make the video a little bit longer, but it's just one of those minor little troubleshooting things that you might have to deal with when messing around with this particular mod. But as you can see, it is still running. I'm using OBS. I'm literally just putting the image from this webcam here directly over top of the scene, so there's no funny business or anything of that sort. Very short, very easy tutorial, and I hope you all enjoyed. As always, I look forward to seeing you in the next one, and happy modding!